All right, get this. We're about to do a deep dive into what's been happening in the AI world this past week.
And it's been a busy one.
It has. We've got so much to cover from AI newsletters and a ton of Discord chatter,
Oh, yeah.
even some spicy Reddit threads.
Reddit never disappoints.
It's like we infiltrated the AI hive mind and we're bringing back all the intel.
You could say that.
Cutting-edge research, debates about AI ethics, practical tips from real developers.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
You got it. So if
Good.
you're ready to feel like an AI insider,
Let's go.
buckle up. Let's jump in.
Okay.
So first up, this whole moon trend in AI naming conventions really caught my eye.
Yeah, what is with that?
I know, right?
Right.
Seems like every other AI model is being named after something lunar.
Well, you've got Moondream and Moonshine, right? Both getting a lot of attention this week.
Moondream for vision language, Moonshine for speech recognition. But what's interesting is they're both relatively small.
Tiny even.
Hi!
Designed to be more efficient, run on less powerful hardware.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's part of the reason for the whole moon thing.
Could be. A focus on smaller, more specialized models.
That would be a pretty big shift, though, wouldn't it?
It would. It could democratize access to AI in a big way.
And make it more widely available to, developers and users with limited resources.
Exactly.
Now, you also flagged some frustration around Google's Notebook LM.
Oh, yeah.
Something about daily limits on audio overviews.
Right. Users are hitting those limits pretty quickly.
And that's sparking concerns about a potential subscription model.
For a tool that was previously free.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are definitely worries about open access. Could this be a sign of things to come?
Are we going to see more AI tools moving behind paywalls?
It's a valid concern. The transition from free to paid is something we've seen before with other tech tools.
Right? Like what happened with music streaming.
Exactly. And if that trend continues, it could create barriers for, independent developers and researchers.
The folks who rely on open source and free resources. But it's not all doom and gloom with Notebook LM. You pointed to this fascinating idea for an app called Podcraft.
Oh, yeah, this one's cool.
So tell me about it.
Despite the frustrations, people are still finding innovative ways to use Notebook LM.
Yeah.
And this Podcraft concept really stood out.
I mean, imagine getting a personalized podcast generated from your own work notes.
Or any content, really.
Delivered in the voice of your favorite podcaster.
Oh, man, that would be wild.
Talk about personalized learning on demand.
Right.
It's like having a personal AI tutor.
It really shows the potential of AI to revolutionize how we consume information.
Okay. Let's shift gears to open source development because it feels like this week was a fireworks show of new projects and updates.
It was nonstop.
You highlighted IBM's release of the B agent framework.
Designed for Llama 3.1.
That's a big one.
Huge.
And then there's Unsloth AI.
Getting a lot of love for its speed.
Although maybe a little too fast sometimes.
Yeah, some reports of crashes.
Growing pains, I guess.
You could say that.
Yeah.
But the underlying progress is what's important here.
Right, they're pushing the limits of training and fine-tuning AI models.
Making the process significantly faster.
That's got to be a game changer for developers.
Oh, for sure.
You were also curious about multimodal models.
Always am.
And it looks like you found a lively discussion on Latent Space Discord about those.
Oh, yeah. Tons of buzz about Moonshine and Pixtral.
Especially Pixtral, right?
Yeah, some users claim it's outperforming larger models.
Hold on, wait. A smaller model is outperforming the big guys.
It's true.
How is that even possible?
Well, it challenges the assumption that bigger is always better.
Right.
Pixtral's success could point to a future where these smaller, more specialized models are the go-to solution.
For specific tasks.
Exactly.
Now, this next topic is a bit more philosophical.
Oh, here we go.
You came across a tweet from a software engineer at Sketest Stevenson.
What did they say?
He made a pretty provocative claim. He said software engineering as we know it is failing.
Bold steel.
His argument is that we've become too focused on building.
And not enough on design.
Exactly. We're churning out code without deeply understanding the problems we're trying to solve.
Or the potential consequences.
Yeah, and that has huge implications for how we approach learning and skill development.
Especially in a field as dynamic as AI.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe the focus should shift from, acquiring specific coding skills.
To developing a stronger understanding of design principles.
Problem-solving methodologies, ethical implications.
A bigger picture.
Exactly. Speaking of ethics, you found a very heated debate around the use of copyrighted material for AI training.
Oh, yeah. That's a hot topic.
It is. It seems like nobody can agree on where to draw the line.
Is it fair use?
Is that stiffed?
The lawyers are having a field day.
And then, to add fuel to the fire, James Cameron weighed in,
Unbelievable.
expressing concerns about AI becoming too intelligent.
The whole Skynet scenario.
Right. Is this fear-mongering?
Or do we need to take a closer look at AI safety?
Big questions.
Big questions indeed.
All right, before we spiral into an existential crisis, let's talk about Perplexity AI.
Okay.
Their Discord is a hotbed of activity this week.
Yeah, their Mac app is having some technical difficulties.
But that's not what has everyone talking, right?
Nope. They're adding shopping features to their platform.
Shopping features, that seems like a pretty big departure from their core search functionality.
For sure.
What's the strategy there?
Is it a desperate attempt to monetize?
Or a brilliant move to tap into a new market?
Only time will tell.
And of course, the rumors are swirling about GPT-5 dropping in December.
Oh man, here we go again.
The battle between OpenAI and Google is heating up.
It's getting intense.
So much to unpack already, and we've only just scratched the surface.
You're telling me this AI world is a wild ride?
It is, and we've got plenty more to explore.
Can't wait. Welcome back to our deep dive into all things AI.
It's remarkable how much ground we've covered already.
I know, right?
And yet, there's still so much more to uncover.
Absolutely. It's like every time we peek behind the curtain, there's a whole new world of innovation waiting to be explored.
It really is. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, isn't it?
Uh-huh. That's a good one.
There's always a new model, a new research paper, a new breakthrough.
And you feel like you should be reading all of it.
Exactly. It's so easy to get caught up in that fear of missing out.
I know what you mean. It can be overwhelming.
So how do we strike a balance?
Right. How do we stay informed without getting completely lost in the noise?
That's the million-dollar question for anyone navigating the AI landscape right now.
Well, I think it starts with being selective. Rather than trying to consume everything,
Yeah.
focus on the areas that are most relevant to your interests and your goals.
Okay, so figure out what specific problems you're trying to solve.
Exactly. Or the skills you want to develop.
That makes sense. But with so much out there, how do you even know where to start?
Right. Where do you go to find those relevant nuggets of information? Well, I'd recommend finding trusted sources of information. The kind that curate and synthesize all that content.
Okay, so like the newsletters we've been talking about.
Exactly. Newsletters, podcasts.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate the value of communities.
Oh, yeah. Finding those like-minded individuals who are passionate about AI.
They can provide invaluable insights and support.
It's so true. Engaging with those communities, asking questions, and sharing what you're learning.
That's key to navigating this space.
Absolutely. And speaking of learning, let's dive back into some of the specific examples you've uncovered.
Okay, let's do it.
What are some of the weird and wonderful ways people are using AI right now?
Well, one that stood out to me came from the Eleon Discord.
Okay.
There was a discussion about the growing demand for a Discord LLM helper.
A Discord LLM helper?
Yeah, essentially a bot that could enhance and streamline communication within those Discord threads.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What would that even look like in practice?
So imagine a bot that could summarize long chat threads, extract key takeaways, answer questions based on the context of the conversation, or even generate creative content.
Inspired by the ongoing discussion.
Exactly.
That would be amazing. Especially for those mega threads that seem to go on forever.
Oh, tell me about it.
It would be a huge time saver.
For sure.
And it could potentially lead to more focused and productive conversation.
Precisely. Right now, it seems to be mostly an idea being floated around.
Yeah.
But the enthusiasm is palpable. It wouldn't surprise me if we see some clever implementations emerge soon.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Now, this next one caught my eye. Deepfake voice generation.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you flagged a conversation on the Llama Index Discord about that.
Yeah, this user was experimenting with a deepfake voice generation system.
Okay.
And it was apparently so sophisticated that it could predict and generate their responses in a conversation.
Hold on. So it wasn't just mimicking their voice. It was actually generating replies that sounded like something they would say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In essence, the AI was speaking as them.
That's next level.
It is. And it raises some important ethical considerations.
For sure. While the technology itself is incredibly impressive, the potential for misuse is undeniable.
Absolutely. We need to be having open conversations about the responsible development and deployment of these tools.
Absolutely. But it's also a testament to how far AI has come.
It really is.
It's blurring the lines between what's real and what's simulated.
Challenging our understanding of identity and authenticity in the digital realm.
Big questions. Moving on from the potentially dystopian.
Okay.
You also highlighted a discussion about a new approach to self-attention in transformers
Oh, yes.
called the stick-breaking attention mechanism.
Sounds like something you do to a misbehaving transformer.
I know, right?
But it's actually a very clever idea.
It is. This was being discussed in the Eleuther AI Discord,
Right.
and it aims to address some limitations of traditional self-attention mechanisms.
Specifically how they handle positional embeddings.
Okay, so for those of us who might not be intimately familiar with the inner workings of transformers,
Sure.
can you explain what self-attention does and why this new approach is significant?
So in simple terms, self-attention allows a transformer to focus on different parts of an input sequence.
Like a sentence or a paragraph.
Exactly. And determine which parts are most relevant to each other.
This ability to selectively attend to different elements of the input.
That's what makes transformers so powerful for tasks like language translation and text summarization.
Okay, so this stick-breaking approach is a way to enhance that self-attention process.
Exactly. The researchers argue that traditional self-attention mechanisms have some shortcomings.
Especially when it comes to representing the order and position of words in a sequence.
Right. And this new method aims to overcome those limitations.
Make self-attention even more effective.
That's the idea.
So is this a revolutionary breakthrough?
It's too early to say for sure. More research is needed to fully understand its potential impact.
Okay.
But it's definitely an intriguing development.
It highlights the ongoing quest for improved transformer architectures.
Absolutely. It seems like every week there's a new innovation pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
It's both exciting and a bit overwhelming.
I know what you mean. It's a lot to keep up with. But amidst all the technical details and rapid advancements,
Yeah.
it's important to zoom out and consider the broader implications.
Okay. What are the key takeaways from all this activity we're seeing in the AI world?
Well, the sheer pace of innovation is undeniable.
That's for sure.
It's remarkable how quickly new tools, techniques, and ideas are emerging.
And it's not just happening within the confines of big tech companies. The open source AI community is thriving.
Absolutely. It's one of the most encouraging aspects of this landscape.
It really is. We're seeing incredible results from collaborative efforts.
With people from all over the world sharing their knowledge, their code, their passion for AI,
It's a testament to the power of collective intelligence.
and the potential of open source development to democratize access to cutting-edge technology.
Exactly. And it's the spirit of collaboration that fuels the continuous progress we're witnessing.
But as we marvel at these advancements, we must also engage in critical conversations about the ethical implications of AI.
Right. As these technologies become more powerful and more pervasive.
We need to ensure they are used responsibly and for the benefit of humanity.
Absolutely. It's not just about pushing the boundaries of what's technically possible. It's about shaping a future where AI is a force for good. A future where we harness its potential to solve complex problems
To foster creativity.
and create a more equitable and sustainable world.
Well said.
And that brings us to the end of part 2 of our deep dive. We still have a lot more to explore.
We do.
So be sure to join us for the final part of this episode where we'll delve into even more fascinating developments in the AI landscape. And we're back for the final part of our AI deep dive. I feel like we've uncovered so much already.
We have.
Uh,
And we still have some fascinating territory to cover.
I'm excited. You flagged a discussion from the Hugging Face reading group about using AI for cybersecurity,
Oh, yeah.
specifically for something called automated penetration testing.
Right.
Penetration testing? That sounds intense.
It is. It's basically like ethical hacking.
Ethical hacking, so simulating cyber attacks to find vulnerabilities in a system.
Exactly. Traditionally, this has been done manually by security experts, but there's a lot of interest in using AI to automate this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But can AI really compete with human hackers, when it comes to actually finding and exploiting those security holes?
Well, that's the big question.
Right.
The research you found suggests that these AI-powered penetration testing tools are still in their early stages,
Okay.
but they're showing real promise.
So are they actually able to break into anything?
Well, one study used a tool called Pentest GPT to evaluate the performance of LLMs.
LLMs. That's a term we've been throwing around a lot.
It is.
Just for clarity, can you give us a quick definition?
Sure, LLMs, or large language models, are a type of AI that excels at understanding and generating human-like text.
Okay.
They've been trained on massive data sets of text and code, which allows them to do all sorts of things,
Write creative content, translate languages.
even potentially identify security flaws.
So how did these LLMs perform in the penetration testing challenge?
Well, interestingly, the study found that Llama 3.1 actually outperformed GPT-4 in this particular benchmark.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but both models still have room for improvement,
Yeah,
when it
sure.
comes to handling the complexities of real-world cybersecurity scenarios.
So not quite ready to replace human security experts just yet.
Not entirely,
Yeah.
but the potential is definitely there.
Yeah.
Imagine AI systems that can scan for vulnerabilities, predict potential attacks.
Even suggest proactive security measures.
Exactly. Yeah. It could revolutionize how we approach cybersecurity.
It seems like AI is becoming indispensable in so many different fields.
It really is.
We've seen it in research and development, podcasting, and now cybersecurity.
Hmm.
Is there anything AI can't do?
Well, as we discussed earlier, LLMs still struggle with certain types of tasks,
Hmm.
the ones that require complex reasoning or abstract thought.
Like advanced mathematics, philosophical debate.
Exactly. But even in those areas, research is ongoing. Okay. It's important to remember that AI is a constantly evolving field. What seems impossible today.
Could be commonplace tomorrow.
Exactly.
You mentioned earlier that AI isn't just about automation or efficiency, it's also about expanding human creativity.
Yes.
Any examples of that from your research this week?
One that caught my attention was from the Stability.ai Discord.
Oh, okay.
Users were discussing the use of stable diffusion for architectural design.
Wait, you can design buildings with AI now?
It's still an emerging field, but the possibilities are pretty intriguing.
So what does that look like?
Imagine sketching out a rough concept for a building and then having an AI generate detailed 3D renderings.
Complete with realistic lighting and texture.
Exactly. It would be like having a superpowered design partner.
Able to visualize and iterate ideas in real time.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just generating visuals.
Oh,
AI could also be used to optimize a building's structure, simulate its performance under different conditions, or even suggest new design elements.
based on your preferences and requirements.
Exactly.
It's mind-blowing to think how AI is reshaping these creative fields. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've seen AI generating podcasts, hacking systems, designing buildings.
It's been quite a journey.
It has. What are some of the key takeaways for our listeners who are trying to keep up with this ever-changing landscape?
I think the most important takeaway is to embrace curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yeah, don't be intimidated by the complexity or the rapid pace of change.
Okay.
Dive in, explore, experiment.
You don't need to become an AI expert overnight.
Not at all. And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
Right. The AI community is incredibly welcoming and supportive.
It is. Find those online forums, Discord servers, communities where people are sharing their knowledge and passion.
Ask questions, share your discoveries. Don't be afraid to experiment with new tools and ideas, even if they seem a little unconventional.
That's where the real breakthroughs happen.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI, we leave you with this final thought.
Okay, hit us with it.
If AI can now understand jokes and images, what's next?
Good question. What other human capabilities will it master?
What creative frontiers will it unlock?
The future of AI is full of possibilities, and it's up to all of us to explore those possibilities to guide its development.
And to ensure it's used to create a better future for everyone.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll be back soon to delve into another fascinating corner of the AI universe. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning
And keep pushing the boundaries.
of what's possible.